Hi everyone, my name is Danielle Brennan and this is my school-based collaboration project. The teacher who I was collaborating with was one of my colleagues, Carrie Vesci. She teaches 6th grade social studies and I teach 6th grade ELA, so we work pretty closely together. Her teaching experience is 21 years, where the last 10 years she's been in 6th grade, and before that she taught 4th grade. She actually taught art too before that as well for a couple of years. Her main subject that she teaches is social studies, and she's been teaching that for almost 20 of those 21 years. The current teaching structure that's followed in Carrie's social studies classes, there's always a do now that starts her class. This could be a video, a short response question, a multiple choice question. It all just depends what relates to the topic best that they're currently covering in class. Carrie also uses an interactive notebook where students take interactive guided notes on one side of their notebook and respond to extend those notes on the other side of their notebook. So sometimes the notes can look like whole class, they can be a half class period. There's done they're done in fill in the blanks, just standard note taking, different annotating of brief text. So there's a lot of ways that she does her interactive notes, and they use these notes to complete the responses and to study for their quizzes that they might have. She usually gives a response work day where she uses a full class period to let the kids work on a response. And these responses can range anywhere from four squares to acrostic poems to crosswords to anything that really just extends their learning of the current topic that they are working on. So when we were talking about inquiry time for our EDU 641 class, I explained that we follow a similar structure, but it's a little bit more explicit. I explained to her that you can still use the interactive notebook to accomplish what we'd like, but for the purposes of this project, we were going to try things a little differently. So I explained that the steps were we always begin with a shared reading where we read and answer a text together, usually guided by a predetermined focus question. Then we would be working on the student share portion of the section where after they have completed their quick writes in the shared reading, they would then share those quick writes. Then we would be moving into inquiry time where students are engaged in different research topics and really working to answer those focus questions they established, and then ending the lesson with an exit ticket. And after this discussion, Carrie was super on board to try this new way of teaching. So for the focus of this lesson, we were going to work on terracotta soldiers. This is a topic that they were currently covering in social studies, and some subtopics for that was Qinshi, Hongdi, the afterlife, and ancient China. But the main topic of focus for this was the terracotta soldiers. Some different materials that were used to assist in inquiry time. First, we used readworks.org and Teachers Pay Teachers for some reading passages. As you can see in these images, some of those reading passages are right posted there. So we began the class with reading these passages together. I started reading, modeling the I statements just like we do for our inquiry time with our tutoring students, and then students picked up reading after me where they modeled these I statements as well. Then we moved into inquiry time where students got to work on a Terracotta Army web quest. This is where they were able to take what they learned from the reading and extended it to the web quest. I do want to mention before we did the inquiry time, we did share our quick write and do our quick write after these Terracotta Army readings. We've also had Ducksters as a supplemental resource that kind of goes along with the web quest, and there was also a Terracotta video for kids that students could engage with during this inquiry time together with partners. So we started with the shared reading, did our sharing, and then we moved into inquiry time where we worked on the web quest. Overall, this experience was really meaningful and enjoyable. Both of us were able to gain new findings and different strategies. We ended the lesson after students were able to use the inquiry time to work together with an exit ticket where we just wanted to reflect on the experience and how students liked it. Students really enjoyed being able to start with a reading, do a quick write, share that quick write, a similar practice that we actually do in our ELA class, and then use that to engage in our inquiry time where they could answer some of those questions that they posed in the beginning about terracotta soldiers. So overall, the experience was really beneficial for both of us. This is a new strategy that Carrie's going to include more in her classes, and we're actually going to continue to collaborate together as the ELA and social studies teacher to include more of this type of learning within the classroom for both of us. It was a great project, and we really got a lot out of it. Thank you.